Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Jonathan Clark. Today I'm going to be covering kind of an intro crash course into the 5-paragraph operations order for those of you who weren't there last Saturday at our pull function where we hit the O course in some classes. So the operations order is just a standardized format that we use within the branches of service as well as with our allies. It's standardized, that way it's easy for anybody to take a look at it and look at the format and say, oh, that's the orientation, oh, that's the situation, etc., etc. So it helps streamline communication between different organizations. So with regards to OCS, you're going to issue an op order for SULI 1, 2, and 3. And then for LRC, which comes before the SULIs, you're going to issue kind of a half order. It's really just going to be like the situation and the execution. So if you go to OCS and you already know how to kick an op order, well, then that's just going to make you that much stronger whenever you get to those first couple of leadership exercises. And you're not uncomfortable with the format that you're given. So how this video is going to work is I'm just going to kick a sample SULI 1 and then a sample SULI 3 operations order. You guys received some skeletons in the LOI for the last pull function. So what I would recommend doing is first starting with that skeleton, listening to the op order that I give you, copy down the information, and then try to brief it like I'm briefing it. That way you know where you need to improve on, what you missed. And then, after you get some reps and sets in practicing with the skeleton that we've given you, I want you guys to try and make your own skeleton. So, for example, this is the skeleton I used for SULI 1 and SULI 2. It's just 2 pieces of notebook paper, taped together with some packing tape. And on the notebook paper, I just wrote all the wickets that I needed for the op order that I was going to brief. And then I used an erasable map pen. And you write in the information whenever you actually receive your evaluator's brief or your PC brief. And then you can just erase it off whenever you're done. Now, whenever I actually got to SULI 3, we had a lot of information to cover. So what I did is I just took my Write in the Rain notebook and I just made skeletons over and over and over again inside my Write in the Rain, and I practiced with them, and it helped me out a lot, mainly because I was trying different skeletons to use to see what worked best for me. So what I want you guys to do with these videos and with these sample orders is first just start off with the skeleton that we gave you and then try to make your own skeleton. Because whenever we get to some pull functions later on in the mission year, you guys are going to be expected to brief some op orders. So if you practice now, it'll be a lot easier for those pull functions so you can get some better training out of it. And then whenever you go to OCS, you already know what skeletons work best for you. So right now I'm going to go ahead and kick this sample 1 SULI op order. So it's going to start off, every op order is going to start off with stand by to copy. That's what the person who's briefing the order is going to say. Stand by to copy. Okay? So, stand by to copy. Orientation. We are currently located at grid coordinate 9511 by 6194. I say again, we are currently located at grid coordinate 9511 by 6194. Our direction of attack is 200 degrees magnetic for 90 meters. Our objective location is grid coordinate 9516 by 6193. I say again, our objective location is grid coordinate 9516 by 6193. Key terrain, we're located in the Quantico Highlands, so expect to run into some trails, streams, fingers, and draws. Situation, enemy situation. 2 hours ago, a fireteam-sized element of the CRF was seen patrolling 90 meters northwest at the objective location. They were wearing Woodland Marpat uniforms and carrying Soviet small arms. Enemy's most likely course of action, draw D. Upon contact, I expect the enemy to initially defend until overwhelmed by superior fire, at which point they will withdraw. Friendly forces, Hire's mission, to destroy CRF forces in AO Delta 1 in order to support the humanitarian aid operations. Adjacent, fireteam-sized elements are operating in our area of operations to our left and right. Supporting, none. Attachments and detachments, none. Mission, we are the main effort. On order, 1st Fire Team will destroy the CRF at the objective location in order to clear CRF forces from the area. I say again, mission, we are the main effort. On order, first fire team will destroy the CRF at the objective location in order to clear CRF from the area. Execution. Commander's intent. Purpose. To destroy the CRF. Method. The enemy is small in size, which allows them to move quickly. Their size is also their key weakness. We will destroy the enemy by fire and maneuver. End state. CRF is destroyed. We're on a consolidated 360 at the objective. All candidates are accounted for. Concept of operations. Scheme maneuver. We'll move to the objective quickly in a fire team column, intercept the enemy unit, and destroy them via fire and maneuver. Order of movement. From the assembly area all the way to the line of departure will be in a fire team column. From the line of departure to the objective will be in a fire team on line, skirmishers right. Tasks. Candidate X, you'll be the point man. You'll provide frontal security for the team. Candidate Y, you will be the nav man. You will keep the team going in the right direction. Candidate Z, you'll post rear security. Coordinating instructions. Time of attack. On order. Linear danger areas. We'll use the bump method. If we come across any IDs, we will mark, bypass, and call them up to hire. Admin and logistics. CASEVAC. Be using self-aid, buddy aid, and corpsman aid. EPWs will treat EPWs with stress. Chow and water. Each candidate will have 2 full canteens and 1 MRE. Ammunition. Each candidate will have 60 rounds of ammunition loaded into 2 magazines. Command and signal. Signal is going to be havoc. Hand and arm, voice on contact. Location of key leaders. The platoon commander is at the company assembly area. The platoon sergeant is with 2nd Squad. Succession of command is as follows. Candidate X, Candidate Y, Candidate Z. Any questions? Time on deck is whatever time it is. So, that was a really basic op order. This was pretty much verbatim the one that I gave for my Sully 1. If you go back to the orientation, we're moving 90 meters. You're not going far. For those of you that go to the winter OCS cycle, you might actually be able to see the objective through the tree line. You're not going very far for Sully 1. So this is about as basic as it's going to get. It's really short, sweet, to the point. It takes you like 2 minutes to brief it. Once you practice and you get comfortable, then these things are going to be super easy to read off to your fire team. So next, I'm going to move into a sample Sully 3 operations order. And just a little bit of a disclaimer, I decided not to include a Sully 2 op order because really the only difference between Sully 1 and Sully 2 is you're in a squad element. So the only thing that's going to change is some of the tasking statements and the size of the unit that you're leading. They're really basic objectives. A majority of the objectives for Sully 1 and 2 is either some sort of... There was a couple of weapons caches. There was also... I won't get too much into it, but... Basically, the majority of the operations you're going to conduct in Sully 1 and Sully 2 is going to be a frontal assault, destroy the enemy, hasty 180, consolidated 360, boom, you're done. But whenever you get to Sully 3, that's when everything starts to change up a little bit, and it's a really dynamic environment, and they're going to throw a lot of stuff at you to try and mess you up. Either way, stand by to copy on the Sully 3 op order. Orientation. We are currently located at grid coordinate 9811 by 6394. I say again, we are currently located at grid coordinate 9811 by 6394. Our direction of attack is 280 degrees magnetic for 200 meters. Objective location is located at grid coordinate 9792 by 6393. Key terrain, we're in the Quantico Highlands, so expect trails, streams, fingers, and draws. Enemy situation. 24 hours ago, a fire team size element of the CRF is seen digging in defensive positions and planning an attack 200 meters northwest at objective location, grid coordinate 97926393. They were wearing Woodland Marpat uniforms and carrying Soviet small arms. Enemy's most likely course of action. Upon contact, I expect the enemy to initially defend until overwhelmed by superior fire, at which point they will withdraw. Friendly forces. Hire. Hire's mission. To destroy CRF forces in AO Delta 1 in order to support the humanitarian aid operations. Adjacent. 2nd and 3rd squads are awaiting our arrival past the objective location. Supporting none. Attachments, detachments, none. Mission. We are the main effort. On order, 1st Squad will destroy the CRF located at 2nd and 3rd Squad's position at the objective location in order to deliver the breaching equipment and allow us to carry on with future operations. I say again, mission, we are the main effort. On order, 1st Squad will destroy the CRF located at 2nd and 3rd Squad's position at the objective location in order to deliver the breaching equipment and allow us to carry on with future operations. Execution. Commander's intent. Purpose. To deliver the breaching equipment. Method. The enemy is small in size, which allows them to move quickly. Their size is also their key weakness. We will destroy the enemy by fire and maneuver with a superior squad size element. End state. 2nd and 3rd Squad receive the breaching equipment. CRF is destroyed. All candidates accounted for. Concept of operations. Scheme and maneuver. The main effort will carry the breaching equipment. Supporting effort 1 will post frontal security for the main effort. Supporting effort 2 will post rear security for the main effort. Order of movement. From the assembly area to the line of departure will be in a squad fire team column. From the line of departure to the objective will be in a squad on line, fire team skirmishers right. Tasks. Now this is where it gets different from Sully 1. Tasks. 1st Fire Team. You are supporting effort 1. You will provide a nav man and will be the EPW team. You will be the security team at the front of the formation. On order, you will support the main effort in order to deliver the breaching equipment and destroy the enemy. 2nd Fire Team. You are the main effort. On order, you will carry the breaching equipment in order to deliver it to the objective location. 3rd Fire Team. You are supporting effort 2. You will be the aid and litter team. On order, post rear security in order to support the main effort in delivering the breaching equipment and destroying the enemy. Coordinating instructions. Base unit 1st Fire Team. Time of attack is on order. For linear danger areas, we'll use the bump method. If we come across any IEDs, we'll mark, bypass, and call up to hire. On contact, 1st Fire Team push left on line. 3rd Fire Team push right on line. 2nd Fire Team hold back in the center with the breaching equipment in defensive positions. Administration and logistics. CASEVAC is self-aid, buddy aid, and corpsman aid. For EPWs, we will treat EPWs as stress. For chow and water, each candidate will have 2 full canteens and 2 MREs. Ammunition. Each candidate will have 60 rounds of ammunition loaded into 2 magazines. Command and signal. Signal is Havoc, hand and arm voice on contact. Location of key leaders. Platoon commander is with 1st Squad. Platoon sergeant with 2nd Squad. Succession of command is as follows. Candidate X, Candidate Y, Candidate Z. Any questions? Time on deck is whatever time it is. So as you can see, if you compare that to the Sully 1 operations order, there's a lot more meat packed into this one. Like, this has got a lot of content to it. And something that's incredibly important for Sully 2 and Sully 3 is whenever you get to your tasking statements, notice how I briefed tasks for the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd fire team. If you don't brief tasks to your fire teams, they have no idea what they're doing. So if you miss the tasks in your op order, you are not going to execute the mission correctly because nobody knows what's going on. So whenever you're in a fire team size element for your Sully 1, it's a little bit easier to not necessarily skimp out on the tasks, but they don't have to be as detailed as this. I mean, you can see with 1st Fire Team, they're supporting effort 1. They're going to provide me with a nav man. They're going to be the EPW team. They're security at the front of the formation. They're going to assist the main effort in delivering the breaching equipment and destroying the enemy. You have to tell them what they're going to do, or they're not going to know what to do. Either way, that's really all I've got for you guys. If you have any questions, just message me on Band. I'll also drop my phone number in there if you guys want to talk about operations orders or anything involving OCS. I'm more than willing to talk to you guys about it. And like I said, if you have any questions, just let me know. Thanks, guys.